Good evening and welcome to this week's discussion on the fundamentalist modernist controversy. I'm going to be discussing the Scopes trial, also known as the Monkey trial. This dealt with the fundamentalist modernist controversy, which started the fundamentalist movement, began basically in the 1920s onward. For several decades. The fundamentalist movement gained ground in 1919 roughly, with a series of laws passed nationwide in different states that forbid the teaching of evolution in public schools. One such law was passed in Tennessee known as the Butler Act. The ACLU wanted to challenge this new Butler Act in Tennessee and issued ads in newspapers that asked someone to challenge this law. A person by the name of John Scopes decided to challenge this law. He only had a background, though, in teaching for a short period of time. He was a football coach, and he was filling in for an end-of-semester teaching position in biology. Scopes was actually not charged with teaching the theory of evolution. He was actually just charged with using a textbook that was outlining the idea of evolution. He will eventually be put on trial, and it will be a national and international sensation dealing with Scopes in the ACLU and dealing with the other side, fundamentalist Christian movement. What will end up happening is that John Scopes will be fined and the fundamentalist Christian movement will continue to move on. The reason this case is of controversy is that this case will actually be a groundwork case in dealing with the debate of the theory of evolution being taught in public schools. This debate continues on to today, whether the theory of creationism should be taught or whether the theory of evolution should be taught in public schools. In today's public schools, the theory of evolution is taught today in most schools. However, the theory of creationism usually is not taught. The private schools usually teach the theory of creationism. My background at the school that I went to for my bachelor's degree actually was a Christian college and actually taught both theories, the theory of evolution and the theory of creationism. And the way that they explained it is that God made everything, and then the natural environment changed things over time. And so through learning it that way, I have kind of learned that science and religion can have a play together in the world. However, some people do not have this view. I can see both sides of the argument of creationism, and I can see the side of argument for science. It is a personal belief, I feel. But this belief in America is what makes America great, that we are able to have our freedom of expression and our freedom of religion. So that is the fundamentalist modernist controversy today in dealing with the Scopes trial. Hopefully you've enjoyed this discussion, and I would like to hear your opinions on this idea in this case. Thank you and have a wonderful evening.